I've got the crypto bill that Congress is going to be debating on June 10th. You want to read it? Well, it's linked down below. We got another player out there that's going to be doing $1.5 billion in the BTC Strategic Reserve. XRP Vegas is happening right now. Is anything going to come out of it that's going to pump the price? We'll talk price action at the end, along with Jamie Dimon pissing on crypto, except he'll sell you crypto because it makes him and his company money. Yeah, these people are horrible. You see red on the screen? Of course you do. You see meme deep in the red? Of course you do. You see your comments on the screen? You do now. Why? Because you, the viewer, matter most. Leo Locke says 210 will be the buy zone for me. Talk about XRP. What's your crypto buy zone? I want to hear from you. For me, anything under $2 I think is buy zone for XRP. HBAR, anything under 15 cents. Doge, anything under 16 cents is buy zone. But I want to hear from you. What else do I got for you? Well, a few days ago, Mart HRM dropped some support on the channel and said, I'll be happy to donate the upcoming Papa John's pizza. Make sure to put some chicken on it. Well, guess what, everyone? Papa John's is 46,300 subs. We have 46,377. So by tomorrow, we're going to be eating some Papa John's pizza. Who's going to be calling me daddy? Well, it's going to be Papa John's. Amy BC23. Hey, that's my wife's name, but that's not my wife up on the screen. Dropping support on the channel as well. Thank you very much for that. Says thanks for keeping it real. I hope you feel better. I hope so too. I'm seeing the doctor on Monday. I'm on like week 5 and I still don't feel good. You have wrecked crypto influencers for me. I honestly think they wrecked themselves with all their BS predictions. I can no longer tolerate them and their fluff. Seriously, you're my go-to guy for crypto news. Let's beat Papa John's on those subs. Oh, we just got another one. You just saw it rotate up on the screen. We only need 22 more to officially beat Papa John's. Who's your daddy now? This guy. Congress, that's right. They're going to be talking about crypto regs, baby. Congress unveils highly anticipated cryptocurrency market structure legislation. The committees introduced the Digital Asset Market Clarity, the Clarity Act, to establish clear functional requirements for digital assets. Real quick here. How big is this bill right now? 236 pages. Wait, what did you just say, Klaus? 236 pages. If you want clarity, you got just the opposite. Because if it takes you 236 pages, you know there's some pork-a-roni in this bill right now. And I'm not going to be putting pork-a-roni on my pizza. I'm going to be putting some chicken on my pizza. And I'm probably going to be putting some tomatoes, probably some extra cheese as well. What topping should I put on my pizza? Let me know down below. Either way, Chair French Hill reportedly aims to have the committee to vote on this bill during its 10th of June 2025 markup and to pass it to the rest of the House along with stablecoin legislation before Congress departs in its August recess. Yeah, you heard me correctly. They're going to try to get it done before August. So here we go, more over-promising and under-delivering, because weren't we told we were going to get crypto regs by now? Yeah, we were, but we're not getting it. The committee introduced a discussion draft of the legislation early this month. They also held a roundtable discussion on the draft, which several Democratic lawmakers walked out of the protest. Well, of course, because Maxine Waters had to get in her G-Ride, and she had to go buy some stuff. You know what she bought? I don't want to say what she bought, but she used cash to buy it, not crypto, because nefarious activities. Oh, by the way, the Clarity Act. I think you should read this. This is the bill. 236 pages. Don't read that. Waste your time. But this is a PDF summary. This is one page. Both of them are linked down below. This gives you everything you need to know about this without getting into all the stupidity. Seriously, take the minute while you're on the toilet, while your wife's watching some home renovation bullshit program, ladies, while your dude is watching like wrestling, or while he's watching some weird funky program. I don't fucking know. Read it then, all right? It's linked down below. All right, let's keep reading. Vivek Ramaswamy's Dallas investment firm part of $750 million to acquire some BTC. Whoa, there's even more. Ramaswamy's Strive Asset Management, which recently relocated its headquarters from Ohio to Dallas, and asset entities have raised $750 million to acquire Bitcoin. The investment, which is a private investment into public equity strategy, also potentially includes $750 million in warrants to bring the total to $1.5 billion. where the hell is our big buying for XRP or other strategic reserve assets out there? In acquiring Bitcoin, Strive intends to implement both alpha and beta generating strategies as a Bitcoin treasury. Most Bitcoin treasury companies are value based on multiples of their Bitcoin holding, which makes sense because their strategies are tied to leverage beta to Bitcoin, said Matt Cole, CEO of Strive, which planted its offices in Crescent Court. By contrast, our alpha generating Bitcoin, none of us give a shit about that. Okay, look, either way, you got more bigs getting into Bitcoin. So the question asks, as we're going to be talking about the sausage fest right now in Vegas, otherwise known as XRP Las Vegas, because look, sausage. Oh, there's a lady right there. Sausage, boobs. Sausage, boobs, sausage. Okay, either way, lots of sausage, very few boobs. Either way, where's our big buyers for XRP? We're seeing it for BTC. But you know what you notice, or what you don't notice? You don't see those players doing it for ETH, do you? ETH is being left outside like the redheaded stepchild. I gotta be careful when I say that because my wife is a redhead. And her name is Amy. Just throwing it out there. Either way, I'm sharing it with you because more players are jumping into the BTC thing. Now, what can change that? Well, once Congress starts passing these regaronis, you then will have companies feel more comfortable doing it. The reason companies don't feel comfortable doing it right now is because all we got is executive orders. And what was one of the first things that Biden did when he got into office? He undid the Trump executive orders. What was one of the first things that Trump did when he got into the office? He undid the Biden executive orders. So when the new presidente comes in, what do you think? Well, you see my point? That's why you need the regs, not just executive orders. So, as these regs progress, I'll keep you informed. Hit that subscribe button so we can beat Papa John's. All right. Now let's get on to Jamie Dimon. You ready? JP Morgan's Jamie Dimon calls on the U.S. to stockpile bullets, rare earth instead of Bitcoin. Okay. All right, I kind of agree. I think you should stockpile ammunitions and pew-pews and Pancho Pistolas. I do agree with some of that because let's be honest here, I don't think you can't have enough Pancho Pistolas and pew-pews and ammunition. But then again, remember, this dude will sell you Bitcoin because he'll make money on it. Diamond says America's biggest threat is the enemy within. I do agree with that, and I bet you do too. The United States should stockpile pew-pews, ammunition, and drones instead of Bitcoin, JP Morgan Chase's CEO Jamie Dimon says on Friday in the inaugural Reagan National Economic Forum in California. We shouldn't be stockpiling Bitcoins, Dimon said, when asked about industrial policies entwined with the national security policy. We should be stockpiling pew-pews, bullets, tanks, planes, and drones, rare earths. We know. We need to do it. It's not just a mystery. Dude, you think we should be stockpiling tanks? I got a couple acres. I could fit a few tanks in my property. Planes? Well, okay, I think I'm down with you. Either way, I get it. I mean, Diamond is kind of one of those, like traditionalists out there that doesn't really believe in the BTC thing, but he'll sell it to you. Remember, Diamond's the other guy that's like, dude, he looks at BTC like smoking. He doesn't think you should do it, but he doesn't want to stop you from doing it, right? Just throwing it out there. All right, let's go back to XRP Vegas, okay? I'm sure we're going to hear lots of news from here. I'm sure we're going to hear lots of juicy stuff, and there's probably going to be lots of announcements. It's usually something big that comes out of this, right? Sausage, boobs, sausage. Oh, either way. Is it going to affect the price? No. Did any of Stellar's Meridians affect the price? No. BTC just had their conference Aroni. Did that affect the price? No. Because macros rule the roost. Overall in the crypto market, altcoin season, we're sliding back down to 20 out of 100, which means BTC is holding its gains better than the rest of the market. XRP, we're sliding back down. Again, we're talking about, is XRP going to pump during XRP Las Vegas? No. The market rules on macros right now. By the way, PCE came out, and it came out in line with expectations. That's good news, right? Inflation seems to be cooling down. But the Trump and China trade wars are where everything is at right now. Volume, 3.8 billion. Why is JP Morgan's Jamie Dimon pissed? Because people like Brian Armstrong are making lots of money with the exchanges. Yeah. Uphold. Doing some staking with XRP. By the way, Uphold had an announcement. Hold on, let's do this. Wait. Here, we'll do this. We're going to do this live. We're not live, but you know what I mean, while I'm filming it. let's go up here, let's search, and let's go to uphold. Okay, hold on. We're going to go to uphold, and we're going to scroll down. Hold on. Dun, 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 dun. Just be patient, okay? We're doing this. Just hold. You asked, we listened. You get 4% with direct deposits on Uphold. We're launching direct deposits on Uphold, and it comes with rewards. Yeah, you can get up to 4% direct deposit bonus on Uphold in XRP. How freaking cool is that? I thought I would share that with you. So, some good news there. But again, is that going to help with the price of XRP? No. Macros, everyone. That's seriously what's ruling the roost right now. And it is frustrating. I know. I get frustrated too with this stuff, and I know you get frustrated. That's why I add some humor to the videos. Because without humor, we would just be frustrated, and we would just be a bunch of sausages standing in line getting into XRP Las Vegas. So, what are we looking for this weekend? Well, we're going to expect volume to hopefully hold where it's at. That would be nice. We would also like the price to hold where it's at. But then again, if the price were to dip, maybe we would go into the buy zone. Maybe that would help some of you out there DCA. Maybe some of you got in a little bit too high and you're like, ooh, this could help me out get a little bit lower. But what are we worried about? We're worried about China snapping back at Trumpito. Because remember, Trump said no more being Mr. Nice Guy with him. So the last thing we want is Trump to come out and say, damn it, I'm kicking the tariffs back up. Let's ratchet this shit up. Screw your 90-day reprieve, bending you over. We don't want China then to say, well, Trump, you're screwed. We're going to ratchet our tariffs up. And that would be bad unless you want to get into the buy zone. If you got dry powder ready. Do you have dry powder ready? I don't know. Let me know down below if you got dry powder. I always got dry powder ready. But the deal is this. We're going to keep our eyes and ears open because of the tariff stuff between the United States and China. We're going to keep our eyes and ears open on what's happening with the whole Vegas XRP thing. Announcement? Sure. Is it going to drop price? Probably not. What's happening with the rest of the market? Well, we're going to start debating regs, and like I told you, I've got the cheat sheet link down below, and they hope to get it done before August. But let's be real here. Congress, they overpromise and underdeliver, and they're not really the quickest group out there. So the odds of getting it done before August is kind of slim. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 236 pages. I'll be honest with you. I ain't going to be reading a damn thing about it. But you know what's really cool about it? It's in a PDF format, so you could actually search certain words. So if you want to search words like kickback, XRP, whatever you want, you can see if it's actually in there. I'll let you know XRP is not in there. So if you see someone on Twitter lying to you saying, oh, XRP is listed in the new bill, you know what you could do? Go fuck yourself, because they're lying to you. Yeah, it's all linked down below. But the reality is I do expect some big juicy announcement to come out of the XRP Las Vegas thing, but I'm not expecting anything big price-wise. Because the reality is like, the tariff and trade war stuff is just going to be hanging over our heads. We still got to deal with the EU and the United States thing, which, you know, we got that. We still got to deal with the United States and China one, which, you know, that's kind of heating up in the wrong direction there, too. By the way, new haircut. A little bit of 90s punk rock action, yeah. Going with a little bit of positive attitude. Whenever you don't feel good, they say look good, and then you'll feel good. That's what I'm going for. So, yeah. That's the crypto roundup where we're at right now. Is it exciting? I don't know. I mean, have money ready. I mean, for real, have money ready. Because I think like, if you were to ask me, Klaus, like, what's the good stuff that we have that could, like, propel the market forward? Well, it's obvious. If we get some of these, like, tariff deals figured out, well, yeah, that could totally, like, rocket the market up, right? Totally, right? Those are the positive things. But the problem is like, you ain't gonna get a stablecoin bill anytime soon. Let's be real here. You ain't gonna get a crypto bill anytime soon. Because remember, it's got to be debated on the House floor. You got to get the Democrats to support it. And they ain't doing anything that Trump likes. So, there's that poop sandwich. Oh, and then it's got to go over to the Senate where Lizzie Warren hates everything crypto. Because supposedly crypto's all naughty. Okay. Yeah, it's not like you don't use cash to go to your local street pharmacist. Okay. So, you got that, right? But there's a lot more negatives right now. You still got Jerome Powell being a stingy son of a bitch. You still got inflation being poopy. You still got, the tariff stuff. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, there's still a lot of bad. But the thing is, it's really shaping up to be a good end of the year, a good fourth quarter of the year, because that's when a lot of the stuff is seemingly going to be resolved. So, will the Congress, the president, the government, and all that, will they be kicking the can down the road? Yeah. But eventually, you got to deal with the can that you're kicking down the road. And maybe if it's all done in the fourth quarter, maybe we have a juicy Christmas. And who knows the most about Christmas? Santa Claus. This guy. And you know what Santa Claus is going to be eating tomorrow? Most likely Papa John's pizza. Because I bet you tomorrow at some time, we're going to hit 46,400 subs. Which means we're passing Papa John's. And as soon as we're done beating Papa John's, we're going to go after the White Sox. Because everyone beats the White Sox. That shouldn't be hard to do. Yeah, sorry. I'm a huge Sox fan. It's just, it hurts, but I got to do it. So, yeah, there's your news roundup. I'm going to bring you more news on the weekend. So if stuff happens, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. Have some fun for me because I can't. Drop me a comment. I'm bored. My wife is going out having fun with her friends because, like, I can't have fun. So I'm going to be hanging out on my cellular telephone device, you know, the T-Mobile Samsung device. I'm going to be naughty probably on Twitter later. Follow me. It's linked down below. I might be a little trolly, just throwing it out there. Yeah, that's the deal. So choo-choo what? Choo-choo bitches, girlfriend.